Hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming out tonight. For those of you I haven't met, my name is Devon. I'm excited to share with you a little story about myself tonight. So, I was born and raised in a small town in Pennsylvania where I was really shaped by my curiosities about the world, about others, and about myself. I followed those curiosities down here to Charleston, where I graduated in 2013 with a degree in business administration. And like a lot of my colleagues, no idea what I wanted to do. I really cherished this experience, though. I joined student organizations, traveled the world, and learned really incredible lessons. And one of those being, I'm a gay man. It took me a long time to be able to say those words out loud and proudly, but I've been incredibly fortunate to have supportive family and friends to be with me through one of the most inspiring moments of my life. I realize, though, that not everybody has that same love and support around them, and ever since this moment of self-discovery, I envisioned a world where everyone lives openly and authentically as themselves. So it's in that moment that I was called into public service. I joined the board of Charleston Pride, where for 4 years I worked with the local LGBTQ community and really got some great experience in the nonprofit sector. A year later, I witnessed the Supreme Court decision that guaranteed same-sex marriage throughout the country, and in that moment realized how quickly my life was about to change. I wanted to be an advocate for further social justice for LGBTQ people, but I didn't really know exactly how to get there. So through my curiosities, I researched going to law school, but unlike Elle Woods, getting into law school was a lot harder than I thought. It wasn't for me. The MPA program, however, really stood out to me because it embodied values of public service, ethics, and social justice. So in my classes, I really got to work with a lot of great people, artists, scientists, government employees, and other social justice advocates, and really valued their unique perspectives to the conversations that we talked about. We really honed in on diversity and how important it is to the public sector, because by including feedback from minority communities and oppressed communities, we're able to create equitable solutions that can solve some of the political, social, and economic problems that exist today. So I've learned to really, to figure out what these problems are, though, I've had to take a holistic view at social justice rather than a more magnified view. So through my public policy course, I learned to synthesize information from areas that I normally wouldn't, and think critically about some of those areas. One example is I got to serve on a discussion board for the Alliance for Full Acceptance and listen in on issues that the local LGBTQ community faces. So by collecting stories like these, supporting them with data, and presenting them to decision makers in the public service, I'm able to make one small step towards making change. The policy process, though, is ever changing, it's ongoing, and it's impacted by a lot of external resources. So this program really taught me a lot about that and how I can be prepared to have better conversations and influence other people to be more knowledgeable about the policy process. In our public service roles class, we talked a lot about accountability, and I think this is something that's so important to me and I will carry forward. By holding myself accountable and by holding our elected officials accountable, I'll be able to get my message across. And really the end result of that is creating equitable solutions that impact our communities positively and root out hateful and discriminatory policies from the core. So the work seems to be never-ending, ongoing, but it's really my hopes and dreams to shine a light on issues that still impact the LGBTQ community today, whether that's in the courtroom, in the classroom, or right within our government itself. To create change, I've got to resist the status quo and really fight for those values that I think our government and public sector should uphold. Luckily, there's already some organizations out there doing incredible work, such as the Human Rights Campaign, GLAAD, the Trevor Project, and the Transgender Law Center. It's really my dream to work for an organization like these someday and to really echo their message while giving back that same love and support that I received. So wherever my career takes me, I know that the values that I've learned in the public administration program here will go with me. The conversations I've had, the perspectives that I've gained will truly, serve as a launch pad for my career. I know that I would not have the same faith in myself or the confidence in myself to have conversations with our elected officials and to really serve as an advocate for social justice for the LGBTQ community. So I want to thank Dr. Millison, my peers, my parents, and everybody for coming out tonight. And go team!